Hey everyone, good evening. Shall we turn this up a little bit? I don't want to wake up the household, but it is nice. I was checking out Unity Village, that place we've done a few vids on, the Holy Trinity, shall we say, of the founder's son Lowell, who was strange bedfellow. Well, maybe not so strange. Disney. He and Disney went to the Kansas City Art Institute along with J.C. Nichols, the founder perhaps of the shopping mall. So we have this sort of strange Americana 1940s sort of Midwestern time before they branched out. And Disney, of course, is always coming up in All Wild Things Conspiracy. I was looking at this. It's something I don't know a lot about, but I knew a little a long time ago. My father was a minister and I was born in this odd place. But we'll get back to that another time. That's Bob Firestone playing. And really quickly I'll show you how I know him. I feel so fortunate. And Miles Mathis, I do not believe, went to New Trier. There's one of the people there. We have like Donald Rumsfeld, just kind of a weird sort of group of people. I don't think he talks about Anne Margaret, Bruce Dern, just some kind of, all high schools have their people, but he really felt that this was Miles W. Mathis, that is, the guy who wrote the article, that it was like the 666 of high schools. And he like has this sort of weird New Trier, the Trier gates from Trier, Germany, this sort of Abyssinian, the Black Gate is some sort of portal or something. So that I guess was our little symbol. I'll leave you the stuff, the contact, the links below. We're always interested in Henry Kissinger, are we not? And this is Bryce Taylor, who was his mind-controlled slave, along with Bob Hope's mind-controlled slave. And this book is available to you at Amazon and other places, and she can tell you about these weird things. This is the Mauna Kea, and I'm sure she was there. And that's kind of another stop along the way. I had not realized it was what it was when we were there, but anyway, we have been talking about the Tavistock Institute. Johnny 666, where are you? We need our London correspondence here. This may be what we could call the American West Coast version. It's one of the smaller bases in the U.S. It no longer is, and see, it's above Laurel Canyon, and it no longer is a big, well, it's now Jared Leto's house. What can I say? So we're here tonight just to sort of go over a little bit of what is perhaps something we talked about earlier. We were talking about programming. I know it sounds like a funny pun, but Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma did have a Tinkerbell program that was trauma-based, and that somehow there are certain types of trauma that retain youth. There's trauma that retains memory, and there are different types of trauma. As we all know, a lot of MK Ultra was based on the sleeper assassination program, and that a lot of programming was done with old Grimm's fairy tales and Wizard of Oz, which isn't a Grimm's fairy tale but is similar and used in programming. And when we talk about sleeper cells, they're programmed in a way to, it's sort of almost deeper than hypnosis. And, you know, if you've seen the film Manchurian Candidate, you may know about that. I'm sure you all do. And different people may be programmed in different ways with different meanings, different outcomes. So here we have the Snow White programming, which involves a lot of, as you can see here, there's the need to learn survival skills. This is someone who, they tried to assassinate them, and someone who has to be flexible in order to deal with various different types of men. You know, you've got dopey, you've got sleepy, you've got grumpy, you've got all different types of personalities and men. So it's this kind of adaptable. And then the sleeper is woken. The sleeper is woken later by the, in that story, it's by the prince. So there's this sleeper cell that's awakened. Of course, Sleeping Beauty, that's in the name. And that's another one. And here we've got Pinocchio, which, is another dark story, just like Snow White's a dark story. This one as well, about this, not sort of real, but kind of manufactured and kind of stolen, kidnapped. You've got these beings in these cages. You've got that really scary guy, and taking them to Pleasure Island, right? Epstein Island, right? Pleasure Island, there you go. And it's really just terrifying. So this is a programming. I don't know if this one is more for males. I have heard that there are kind of more females programmed, maybe more just disenfranchised or easier for people to overlook. I'm not fully sure why, but yeah, so we have this programming, and people talk about, I don't know, do these rides solidify it, and then of course there are the rumors about Disney being being completely under, under the ground, that is some sort of base unto itself. So I don't know. I cannot tell you all of these things, but this is something that we do here a bit. So much love, everyone. I think my doggy's dreaming. I think I've got to go. But we're just sort of beginning here. I wonder what Adorno knew about Disney, and if he had a hand in Lookout Mountain as well as he made his way west.